that slide. All right, good morning, guys. So we're introducing GIS. You know, all this user has been really great, giving us feedback on what should make a system enhancement in the system. And so 3 items have really popped up when we talked to the end user. It was access. How do we get to what we need on an application? Don't make it too complicated. Make it simple how to get there. 2 was performance. You know, the last system was very finicky and very hard to get to, and when you do get to it, takes forever to get information.
Yeah.
And then 3, because of divergence of technology, you know, we want to expand our application and make it cross-platform. So whatever you have in your hand, make it work. Our old application only worked on a PC. So those are 3 big items that we want to focus on. And so the first one is simple. We made it. We worked with IS. IS had installed the 2 icons. If you look at your front sheet on your desktop, you should have 2 icons, one for Maplet, one for Map Library. Right. Those icons will follow you with your profile. So if you log into a different computer, it automatically launch those 2 icons on that session for you. So wherever you go, it's going to follow you. As long as you are within district network. All this stuff only works within district network. It doesn't work outside of the district network. So the other way we made it easy, we made the URLs a lot simpler. Before, it was a really complicated URL. So if you don't see the icon, don't worry about it. You can always go to URLs, each URL, and get to them just as well. And so for Maplet, it's just simple, maps.ccwater.int. Make sure it's INT because we're internal, not .com. So make sure that you the .int. And then for Map Library, just records.ccwater.int. So, and those should be on your handout as well.
Yeah.
Easier access is we got rid of user login. You know, what is my login? You know, since we were inside the network, since we're very secure, there's no need to have another step for you to get to the application. So we eliminate that. This way you don't have to worry about you out in the field and you pull your laptop up like, oh crap, I forgot my Post-it to have a sticker that had my username on it. And so that's all gone. And so the last thing was to make it really simple, to make it Google-like. So before, you would have to jump so many different steps to get information. Now you just point and click, and you just move your mouse back and forth. And on the tablet, it's pinch supported, and so you can zoom in your map, pinch supported, and you can touch screen. So next one, please. On the compatibility mode, we made it that it doesn't matter what browser you use. You know, Safari, Chrome, Firefox, or your Apple device, your Android device, your tablet or your PC or whatever it is that has A, internet connection, and B, inside a district network, you'll get these services. So that's it. So I'm going to do a really quick demo for you on Maplet. So just minimize it.
VPN access, David. So Brett, Jimmy, me, or VPNers.
Once you connect your VPN, it's just like your inside network. You can have all the same service.
Got it.
So if you don't have a VPN, you have to work with IS to get the VPN. But once you're inside the network, it doesn't matter.
Got it.
So those are the two icons you see on the desktop. Let's go to Maplet first. So this is Maplet. Can you hit map view, please? So when you first log in, since this is my training application, it's already loaded what I already selected from my previous sessions. But you first load in, and you haven't logged in at all, this screen will pop up. And this screen you can always get to with map view. These are the different type of data you can get. The first top half, the data layer, that's all the CCWD owned and managed data layers. The bottom half, the online map layer, that's managed by a third party. In this case, it's Google and Bing services. And so let's go to the top layer. We go choose, treated water, just so you should check it, and then just go down to base map. You checked that already, and then, all right. And then you hit the contour, all different things to say okay. So once you load, and so on the top corner there, all the navigation, you get the zoom in, zoom out button, and you have the pan. The trick to this is if you have a mouse with a wheel, I'll leave it in the pan mode, and then you can use your wheel mouse to zoom in, zoom out, and then you can still pan as well. But if you take one of the options like zoom in or zoom out, and we use the mouse, the wheel in, zoom wheel out, that only does is one function, doesn't do anything else. So the key is leave it at the pan option, unless you have some specific area you want to zoom in. But you still can zoom very quickly with the wheel mouse as well. And this works quite well on a tablet. You just pinch in and tab over. So then the middle of there's map view. That's where all you get your data frame, whatever data you want. You know, we have treated water and treated water. We have hazards, which is our buried tanks. So when we have design projects, we like to know what's around there. Those buried tanks, like a past gas station. We want to know that. So when we dig around it, we want to make sure the soil is not contaminated or there's no hazard film in there. And so we have National Pipeline Mapping System. That's the data we got from the National Pipeline, where it shows all huge transmission lines, 48-inch gas line, electric line, liquid petroleum lines, so oil. Easement is all the easement that CCW owns. So, and then we have also Central Sands shore line. And then the CCW boundary, it's just a solid one because when we did the outline, a lot of people at the boundary, at the edge, didn't go, I don't know if I'm in it or not in it. So this will tell you if you're in the shady area, you're inside the boundary. If you're not, you're outside of it. So there's no more confusion. So just like that, so you know you're in it or out of it. So and then base map is just, you know, our street layers, our parcel line, our treated water grids, our cow grids. So. And then contours are just the county contour lines. I think they're every 10 feet. So, okay. So you just close that. And then on the right-hand side, you have identity. That's a really important tool. Identity now is your key to get all your information. So if you zoom into an area you want, so just go in anywhere you want. You have the treated water on. You did. Okay. Let's zoom out. Yes. So. Zoom out. Take the treated water out for a second too. And go back. Okay. So you can see how when he's panning, zoom in, zoom out, and you can see how fast aerial are generating, data are generating. So you're not sitting there buffering and waiting for stuff. So now you hit a daddy, all you do is draw a box of information, an area you're interested in. So, and then on the right, it will tell you all the stuff you selected in that box, your fittings, your valves, your main line, your lateral. On our old system, as-built would only link to main line. You have to hit main line to get the as-built. So with this system, we enhanced it where anything has a project number, it automatically links to an as-built. So it has to have a project number. That's how our system was set up, and that's how we need to continue. That was a unique key. So, like if you expand lateral line, second, and hit one of those, and then on the bottom there's detail. It tells you, you scroll down slowly, install year, this one doesn't have a project number, an as-built number. Go to the next one, see that? Shouldn't be there. So, but hit the show relay data. So this one, it takes a bit to launch the first time, but if you leave, once it launches, you leave there, it will give you, give me a second. So this will pop up a related field where if you have as-built, it'll have a tab for as-built tab. If you select CalGrid, it will have a CalGrid tab. And so whatever data it will have like here. So you hit as-built. This won't have it because the project number is blank. So if you have something, so move this over a little bit. Don't close it. Move it over a little bit. Now scroll back up to your main line. You can resize the window on the corner. So, yeah. see how that box automatically regenerates when you click on an item. So whatever the item is, that box will regenerate. And then you notice down there, see how now that changed to, there's a new tab called microfiche. So, go back to Adam for a second. Go back to mainline tab. So, go back to mainline tab. Scroll over to right, slowly. Is there a project number in there? To the right. I'm sorry, go back. So, there's no project number, you can't link to it. But you can click on something else. Go back to the, don't close it. Go back up to identify and search results box. Sure, you can find another one. See how you zoom that so quickly? All the data is still there. You just zoom in and zoom out without any columns to it. So we can go back to this one. So all right, just stop there for a second. So the rest of this, the other icon's really nice is Street View. So say you go out there, zoom in a little bit until you see a lateral or a hydrant. So go back to a pan. Hit your pan, then pan to see a lateral for a hydrant or a valve. And then, so see a hydrant right there, and you're like, hey, is that hydrant still out there? You click on Street View and hit and click dot right there. It automatically locate that Street View. Now you don't have to go, it's all encompassed. Now you can use pan right there. And now you, oh, there's hydrant right there. So, hey, is that valve still out there? You can see the valve can out there. Yeah. So it'll give you the ability now to have that at your fingertips without going, what was that street name? I need to go to Google Map. I need, so.
Sometimes for flushing, we'll want to know what it looks like out there. So.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
that's very cool.
You click on it. So, all right. So now go to the Tool tab. So this is your Tool tab. The most important on this Tool tab is your address locator. You hit address locator. So this address locator is a nationwide address database. We don't maintain it. Our old one, we maintain it. This one is a service. We don't maintain it. So when you type an address, make sure you have a city and a state. So just type in anything like Bissell, 2411 Bissell. Now, when he did that, now he found yes, just close that box. And then zoom to it and give you a tab. He didn't put in the state or city.
Right.
But if you type in Main Street or First Street, something very popular where every city has one.
You'll end up in Baltimore.
A lot of locations.
A lot of locations. Right. So if you have it unique enough, it's easy enough.
Yeah.
But if you have tons and tons of common names, it's really helpful if you put your city and state.
What are those numbers are, like 6110?
They're just a random key identifier to uniqueness to that features. Okay. So if you click on one of those, he's talking about like mainline, click on one of those. Yep. See how we zoom in, click on one again. See how we flash the little, so what it does is it just identifies that segment.
Okay.
So it's nothing important. Yeah. So but we need to have some kind of uniqueness identifying these items. All right. So if you close the relay data table for them, just exit it. Okay. The other cool items in there is the measure distance area. You can just go ahead and click anywhere you want. Cool. And then you double click it to end it. And then same thing with the area.
Whatever you can gather off this, I mean, there'll be other training sessions, so if we don't.
And so I'm going to stop next
Hey,
to the
Luke?
area.
Are you muted on your side? You muted on this side?
Can't tell.
We got it muted now.
Okay.
Okay. So you see how we have all the stuff highlighted over here and all the stuff highlighted over there? If you want to clear everything, hit the clear on that button right there. Yep. And that clears everything. All clear on the instructions. And then go back to home. And then hit clear for clear that. So, all right, go back to tool. Give me a second. So another cool item is elevation. Okay, this elevation is not recommended to use for building anything.
Right.
It's a good tool for you to look at, am I uphill or am I downhill? And so if you go ahead and click, it tells you the profile, so 66. So you keep going, go and make a path. It's just really random path. So every click, it'll give you a elevation.
Ground level?
Right.
Is it based on sea level or what? Elevation or what?
No,
The reference point. Ground, okay.
And then just give you a quick profile and a quick lat long. So, somebody, you want a lat long. That's a good, it's not going to give you where it's going to be like, here's 1 foot, here's 2 feet, here's 2 feet. It's not going to give you that. You may be lucky, here's 10, here's 15, or here's 10 and 20. And so
often we're faced with, when looking at flushing plans and such, we're working with streets. In a 2-dimension, they look normal, but then there's elevation changes. We need to know where the high points are.
Yeah. So go back, close that, go back to home, go back to map view, scroll down, all the way down to the bottom, and hit contour. And then turn off the aerial, say no base map for now. And so you can see these contour lines. And so you can view that too. And this is one of the changes that we already logged in the system to make those contour lines a little thicker and brighter.
Good, like they were on the old system.
Yep, a little darker, so they can pop up. So, and then go back to tool. All right, so, and then you have 2 options, to print the map or to download a map. So if you want to save something. So, and that's pretty much Maplet. And so how do you use it, how do you get information, and all this is step-by-step in your handout too. So, all right, you just X this out, close control, we'll go map library. Okay, map library, just double-click on that map library icon, or you can go to records.ccy.nt. Okay, this is the welcome page, and you can see how there's a blinker in there for search. If you type a search in there, it searches the whole database, and it's roughly about 1.5 million records in there, so it's not recommended to do that. I know Dave done it a couple of times and got really good results when you did the global search.
You're looking for something very specific that has a very unique name, and you want to see all the records associated with it. That's all.
Then you go,
But if you're not,
if you don't know what you're looking for per se, that's not recommended because it's just going to be so much work for you to
get inundated with it,
So I would recommend just go to the right-hand side and go search there. And here it will give you a lot more criteria. So here you can define what you need. So let's go back a second. So what Brent did was on the drop-down box there, there's other categories in there. 95% of the time when you add those, and maybe 5%, the other 5% use the other category. So the Calgary, so here if you have a Calgary number and you need the sheet, just type that in there. So type in 1557-524.
524?
So boom. Now you can open this PDF up. You can save the PDF and you can bring it with you. And so you can do this also in Maplet. I forgot to show you that. So minimize this and double click on Maplet. So just double tap on it. So make sure the map view is on base map. See how base map's checked? Okay, close that. And then zoom out a little bit until you see a Calgary number. See how I click Calgary number? Okay. Now hit the identity and just click on that, And then here's 2D water grid. So hit that number. And then on that detail sheet, you can click on show relate table, and it will come up just like before. And you go Calgary. And there they are. And so now you can get it from there too. So if you don't want to get to this, you can always see how the Maplet now has the Calgary ID number. So you can also write that down too.
Can you go over that with one more time, how you did that from the map? So you got the Calgary, you click on the Calgary?
Yes, anywhere, just anywhere.
But you have to identify.
you have to zoom out enough that layer
pops up.
Yeah, and then you hit identify, and then you click on it. Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's one of the things I don't like. Like, if you're looking at a main, I'm looking at this section of main, and I want to get the grid. you can't just grab it and then it won't give you grid as an option. You have to pull back out and be able to.
We can change that. So what we can do is we can keep the label off when you zoom too close, but keep the grid alive. So when you hit info, it'll be one of the options you can pick. So we can do that. So that's something you guys.
If you get that comment from folks.
You do? Okay.
If you get it,
we can change it.
From multiple folks.
Yeah, our system's so flexible now. We can change it this way, and then we have a lot of objections. We can go back. We can tweak it where we can be in the middle, where we can satisfy both, where we can zoom in just enough, but not too close. So we just need to know. So this is a good chance for you guys to play, and then give us feedback, and we'll modify the system. So these systems for all you go. So you just let us know what you need. So all right, let's go back to the map library a second. All right, and so let's just search, and change that back to as-built. Okay, so these are all the different categories that you can search for. The last 5, site name, site number, drawing category, month, and year, we recently added that in maybe about a year ago. But because the data was already in our system before that, our old artifact won't have that option. So we're going to slowly go back and build those as well. But the main thing, so go back up a second. So let's just say, you're looking for Bowman, right? My suggestion is you go big and then you just start searching down, unless you know something very specific. 2 items that if you know it, project number, project name, and maybe D number if you have one. If you have those 3 identifiers, you can find things really quickly. But a lot of times we don't know what the project number is, and we don't know what the project name is. And so we want to go very broad. So go to project name and type in Bowman. So you can see here that there's 121 pages of Bowman.
Yeah.
So anything that has the word Bowman in it, it'll pop up. So, which has 2,412 artifacts. So artifact is just sheets of as-built. So if you have a project and you have 100 sheets, it's going to have 100 artifacts. We split out individual sheets in a home file, because our previous system, to download 100 sheets is just massive. And also a lot of people say, hey, why do I need to download 100 sheets when I only need sheet 55?
Right.
And so we split it all out into individual sheets. So you want 55, just put down to 55, and you just download that sheet and open that up. So
if you want to get all the sheets for a project, you would just say, like,
you just type in project number, and then
yeah, okay, right.
Yeah.
So site 11, there's multiple sheets for that. You could just get all the sheets for that project.
Yeah.
Okay.
So hit back and search. And so scroll down to the bottom. You see how it's sorted by? So we have an artifact ID. So artifact ID is just a generic number that the system generates. So if I put in an artifact, it'll give me 1. Next one will be 2. Next one will be 3. It's just an auto number. So that gives you a good clue. You expect a smaller artifact ID number would be the older records, 1940s, 1950s.
So start with the old ones, okay.
Yeah, and then the big one will be earlier, 2000, so 2006, 2008, wherever it is. But there is a hiccup on that. The hiccup is that when somebody finds an old drawing and it's not in the system, and we scan it and we load it in the system, so that now old record has a big artifact ID number. But it's still a good indication that you have 121 pages. You're looking for something new, you would go to the back end of the page and work your way backward.
Yeah.
And then if you have something really old you're looking for, you go to the front end and work your way back that way. So it'll give you a good way to search. Instead of going to 121 pages, you might go from 121 to 125, or 119, or 120, something like that.
So as long as you have some identifiers, it's a lot easier to search it.
Right.
A few 2 or 3 identifiers.
Yeah. And so, you can always do project number. Again, project number is a good indication. The bigger the number is the current. The smaller number is the older one. The 9,000 series versus the 300,000 series. 305, 005, something like that. So.
Don't you have like an index to tell you what project numbers are? You can look at it.
We have an index, but then what do you depending what data you have, that index changes because it's built upon your search.
Okay.
And so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so. Scroll back up a second. So we also have indicators. So when we have a design and we go out to bid or go to construction, our first revision is R01, right? So R01, and then once that's completed, and if there is markup, it comes back to us. We have as-built, become as-built. The as-built become RA1, RA2, RA3, depending on this. And then if the project is big enough and there's so many revisions, and the project has funding for it, we put a record drawing together, and that'll be RRD. So those are good indications. So when you want to search something, say, you know what, I want to search Bowman, but I don't care about the design drawing, I don't care about as-built, I want to see if there's any record drawing. So you can go to the file name there, type underscore RRD, yeah. So let's search it. Let's search. So these are so you can see the search result. Go back up a second. We went from 2,412 records to 113 records.
Yeah.
We went to 121 pages down to 6 pages. And then now we use those, those tips. Am I looking for earlier one? Am I looking for newer one? Go page 6 or go page 1, depending on where it is, not narrow down search a little bit. So go back again. So you can see that you can add in things. You add in things as you go along, so you find more information. I'll leave that RRD in there.
What's the RRD going to get you?
Record drawings, all record drawings.
All the records.
Yeah, for Bowman.
Okay.
So
yeah, I know.
So say if you're looking at a project and you're like, you know what, I know I only want electricals, right? I don't want anything else. Actually, delete. Well, let's keep that. See what will happen. Go to sheet title. Type ELE. Okay. Search. So the reason why I type ELE instead of spell out electrical is because I don't know how these designers put their naming. The electricity, electrical, So I just put ELE just to capture that, all those different spelling, different version of that electrical. And so what was the result when we did that? 20.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
From 131 to 20. So we went from 2,000 to 100 to 20. Now this is more manageable. Right? And then go back. So you can see that you go broad since you don't know what you're looking for, and then start narrowing things down little by little. So you can add things down there. Consultant number. If you know, we work with Watson all the time, and Watson always put their electrical as E1.
Right. MWH, so the name changes, you kind of have to.
But if you have a vendor that you work with all the time, and they have a standard, they're always civil, is C1 or something like that, and you just type in there and not nail things down for you as well. So
the only place you have to use the underscore is on the RRD?
Yes. Yeah. So actually go back and take the underscore out and see what we'll find.
What does the underscore do again?
It's just a file name. We put the extension.
Oh, okay.
Stuff
so it should find the same thing. Unless there's something else.
So
that's already,
Okay.
So, and then do the drop down. So the other thing that you guys might be interested in is lay sheet and drawings. Actually, no. You gotta do the lay sheet and drawing, do you?
Not a lot, no.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah. So we're building PID, the process and instrument diagram. We're building that together, and I think you guys are a big user of that.
Do you have the tag numbers too on all the equipments like we do?
No. We don't have a tag number, and so because tag number changes, and we don't have that information. So do the drop down. The other thing you might want is site map, and just type in site number 11, and then here's all your site map.
What does the red line mean? You have to can you update the drawing on red lines?
There is an option for that, but it's not in the system yet. But there is a way where our user can submit red lines to update things.
It's not in there yet.
Yeah, that's something that we're gonna look at. So.
Can you click on one of those? Anyone?
So we noticed that Illustrator and Adobe Acrobat is not compatible. So when you click on something and it stalls in there might be an error message in the back that Adobe can't open, or you keep doing that, it keeps spinning. My recommendation is open Adobe Acrobat first and then click on that. That will initialize that link for you.
Oh, okay.
Let me ask you a question, like if it's an existing drawing, if somebody updates it, how soon it's gonna be in the system?
Good question. And so right now we update the system when we get the as-built, right?
Okay.
And so we will scan that in, and map library will be instantaneously. So depending on how big the project is, if it's just a small project like a lateral, that's within 1 day.
Okay.
Right, but we have, like the Marsh Street extension, which is huge. Or, we have, Bowman here, and, a whole floor got, redone. That's huge.
So small modifications is quickly, instantly, pretty much.
Right.
Should be.
So we need to ask our user, too, is how often they want to see these updates. Quarterly, monthly, annually. So that's something we're gonna reach out to our user as well.
The user cannot go in and modify the
No.
drawings? No.
Cannot. So they can put it out and they can write on it, but they can't modify and put it back in the system.
Okay, so it has to be done with you guys.
Yes, yeah. So, all right, that's pretty much the system. Any questions or? So.
No, very cool. Yeah, explaining that is great.
Like a big database and everything there.
Is there any program in there that allows you to do like profiles on topography, anything like that?
Elevation. If you go back to Mapless.
That's where you drew the line. That's kind of neat. That shows you the little profile along your.
So go to Tools, go to Elevation, and then just draw. Since the zoom is so wide, we're going to have some differences. And so you see there's some elevation.
Yeah. And that just shows you difference in the elevation.
Right.
Jogging routes.
I'm talking actually, do you have actual pipeline profiles or anything like that in these?
You have to find the as-built. If the as-built has it,
okay.
So that's just ground level, surface level.
Right. Yeah.
And that's a separate, that gets it from whatever the Google Maps database or.
Right, the Bing service, yeah. So actually, closest.
Yeah, because that could matter, because the pipelines are different depths,
Yeah,
right?
different
Right.
depths on
No, we
pipelines.
don't, yeah.
That's not.
That's a third dimension that we're working on. Too.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so someday, yeah.
Someday
You take all the information in the as-built and.
Ground elevation, not.
Ground elevation, right.
Yeah, just ground elevation,
Right. So
not depth.
if you're looking at, if you're like shutdown plan, you're looking at, shutdown plan, you're looking at see if your street, going this way or it's going this way. But it won't tell you where the pipe is.
Where the pipe is,
if
right.
it's 5 feet underground or 6 feet underground, but you
Yeah.
can actually see if you're going uphill or downhill.
I mean, you're up here, if it's going uphill, the pipe's probably going uphill too.
Right, but it won't tell you how,
Right.
the distance between ground and pipe.
Yeah, you can't use it for that precise information.
So,
How do you,
go ahead.
I came in here late.
Sure.
How do you even get to this?
Good question. So, it's really simple.
Is it through a browser?
Any browser, any devices, anything that you have internet connection to and you're inside our district network, you'll get to it. And that's,
You can use the VPN also, yeah.
Those should be on our computer, or do we get
it's already on your computer.
Already on it? Okay.
Yeah. I think so.
Is this different than the old GIS?
This is the old GIS is going to go away. This is going to replace it.
Okay. It looks very similar.
It is very similar. It's similar and
Improvements in
simpler
there,
also.
which
It's very simple to use.
So this is entirely different. Right, I mean, the interface is different.
The interface is different. The data is the same. So if you go to map view and go down on the bottom, okay. Yeah, minimize that. Oh, so we share screen. Okay. Go, can you go up a little?
Do we have drawings of pump stations on here as well?
I saw some site maps and stuff, so I'm assuming they do.
Yeah, I mean, I think any drawings should be in there, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, ask them to look.
Because a drawing for it
Yeah.
should be in
Which
there.
one do you want to look?
I was trying to look up, Willow Pass Pump Station.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I couldn't find it.
Okay. See this bird eye view option right here?
Mm-hmm.
So you select that, zoom in.
Oh, okay.
So this is oblique,
Yeah.
right? But then you can also, these will automatically have, enable, and you can rotate now. You can see the building 360.
Is that just a rendering or something of the
Yeah.
image, a flat image? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
But they have to have elevation information on the flat image, right? You never should do that, or
This is going to take oblique.
takes an oblique? Oh,
Yeah.
so it's an actual image.
Yeah, that's right, image.
It's an actual image.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just taking oblique of that building.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, right?
Cool.
Nice.
Cool.
All right.
I think just the fact that's much faster too.
Yep. So you guys will play with it. If you have any questions, give me a call, email me, and I'll answer any questions you might have. So.
Cool.
All right.
So we have your info on it?
No, not on that, but you can look me up on our, but my extension is 837.
Okay.
First name's David.
What is the extension?
8337. And then my email is just dcao@pcy.com.